You know what? I guess I'm the only guy in this whole community who understands this guy and is not trying to make a big deal out of this guy just being content, okay? I'm gonna be real. This whole St Tonas thing really isn't that hard to understand for anybody with a general grasp of who this guy is, what his history is, and basic human psychology. Listen, man, I don't know when I became the Gacha guidance counselor, okay? I don't know when I gotta take care of all these fucking babies who don't fucking get this shit. And I'll be real, I want to reiterate. I like St Tonas' content. I don't even know this fucking guy. Okay? We've talked for 15 seconds off stream one time and maybe exchanged 15 DMs. But this guy has to be one of the most misunderstood creators on the entire platform. It's fucking unbelievable. All right, so let me take you back to the beginning of the St Tonas drama. Let me take you back to where several content creators like Sayu, Hexjuice, and others, once again, not their fault, St Tonas made a video about theorizing why certain voice actors may or may not be able to participate in Wuthering Waves coming from Genshin, okay? He made a video hypothesizing. It was a hypothesis video. The problem is, some people realized it was a hypothesis. Some people thought he was being dead ass. From minute one, it was painfully obvious that he was merely just suggesting ideas. Now, some people said it was wrong to hypothesize. Some people said it's fine. Do whatever the hell you want. Me personally, I think it is fine. Now, some content creators didn't get that he was hypothesizing. Some people said it was wrong that he was hypothesizing. And some people understood that he was hypothesizing and were fine with it. Me personally, once again, was totally cool with it. I clarify, I give my side of the story. He does shoot me a DM and say, thank you for being the only person who I actually felt like was on my side. Listen, man, and I want to make this very, very, very clear. I don't care if you're my friend. I don't care if you're my worst enemy, okay? If you're doing something wrong, I am going to call you out on whatever it is that you're doing, okay? And if you're doing something that's fine, you don't need to worry about me. I don't really think there's any history about me going after anybody for any reason that is actually not horrifically wrong, right? I would love to know an example, but I try to be very fair to everyone, and I only go after people who are causing problems. And now here's the big thing that sometimes makes content creators and viewers alike kind of confused. I know things that have happened behind the scenes that you guys will not find out about for quite some time. I know a lot of things that have happened that will never see the light of day. I know scummy shit that people have asked me to never talk about. However, I do hold grudges. Abso-fucking-lutely. So if you're wondering, why does Tectone not like this guy? Why is Tectone so aggro versus this guy? It's because I know shit that y'all don't know. Okay? And that's just how it goes. And you gotta have to accept that as a reality, because there are certain things that I would want to talk about, but I won't, due to the respect of others asking me not to, as well as I will never go after someone for allegations, because allegations do not equal proof. And the reality is, if you treat allegations as fact, you're retarded, and you have to realize that if you hold allegations as scientific fact, then anybody can go online and ruin your life because they don't like you with one lie. And that is why I do not do that. Now let's fast forward. Let's fast forward until today. What's been going on lately is St Tonas, and he has been going on this absolute parade of cherishing and enjoying and showing his love for the game Wuthering Waves. Now, who does not like Wuthering Waves? The Genshin Impact community does not like Wuthering Waves. There was a content creator called Mr. Pokey who made a meme video, right? Once again, in good faith. I know Mr. Pokey. In good faith, made a St Tonas trolling video in good faith. But the problem is that painted a target on his back. Okay, and that painted him as the number one, and I'm sure you've heard him called this before or not, the number one Kuro shill, the number one Kuro bot. This is not an assumption. This is not my opinion. This is a fact. People always want to say that I was the one who obliterated Enviosity's career. Simply not true. Enviosity killed Enviosity. The worst thing that you can do is MTash went live. He made a video saying, guys, be nice to Envy. He doesn't like being called a mint picker. It really hurts his feelings when he's called a mint picker. Don't call him it, guys. It's mean. Don't go after Envy. Stop hurting his feelings when you call him this specific word. Envy crashed out. He hasn't uploaded the fucking video in 7 goddamn months, and his Twitch career is going down the fucking drain over and over and over and over again. What Mr. Pokey did is now people are calling him, St Tonas, a Kuro shill and a Kuro bot. Now, St Tonas handles his anger, handles his despair, handles his frustration very differently. How does St Tonas deal with it? He deals with it by going giga aggro mode. St Tonas goes giga aggro and says, fuck you and anybody who's trying to fuck with my shit, I will kill you. I will go live and react to a 15-minute video for 6 fucking hours and say the words objectively 10 million fucking times. You think he was fucking sponsored by that word? Bro needs to increase his dictionary. I noticed that. I said, hey, St Tonas, also work in the words objectively, subjectively, and demonstrably into your vocabulary. It'll increase your dialect in spades. And ever since, he's been growing and growing and growing. But now, Wuthering Waves has a new enviosity, and his name is St Tonas, because now he is going to giga aggro die for this game and be the #1 defender. It took me 2 hours to get him to apologize for merely saying it was a big deal for the B-roll someone was using in their video. Who cares about B-roll? If it's not specifically being, this is what you should be looking at, then it doesn't matter. It's just filler footage. It's fine. But the thing is, I got through to him. And why am I getting through to him? Because I feel like I'm the only fucking guy who understands this fucking dude, okay? And I hate the fact that I have to talk about this shit again. I feel like every other fucking day, I have like 8 CCs saying, I fucking hate this guy. St Tonas, this guy's a piece of shit. Once again, I want to reiterate this. I don't even know this fucking guy. I'm not doing this shit because we're friends. I'm doing this because it's the right thing to fucking do. Now, is St Tonas stubborn? Sure. But anybody who has their back against their wall, who thinks that their credibility is under scrutiny at every fucking minute, would be. Am I saying that St Tonas may not actually fuck up in the future? No, he absolutely will, and probably it'll be soon, but it has not happened yet. Now, the other thing that you have to realize is Wuthering Waves. I don't give a fuck if you like the game. I don't give a fuck if you hate the game. Here is the objective fact. Wuthering Waves is the punching bag of the Gacha space community. Okay? It is like white people on Twitter. You can shit on that game and everybody will be like, yes! Oh my God! Get him! Yes, girl! You're so slay! Oh my God! Stay away from her! Demi Lovato, Korean K-pop girl laughing image. Good God, these people are so fucking gay. Let's continue here. Wuthering Waves, whether you guys want to admit this shit or not, and once I tell you this shit, you're gonna realize that it's the fucking truth. Wuthering Waves is filled with tourists and has no residents besides 2 people, Regslent and St Tonas. Those are the residents. Now, me personally, I'm a Gacha tourist. I'm proud of it. I play what I want. I have loyalty to no company because loyalty to a company is for fucking losers. It is. Whether you want to say it or not, it is for fucking losers. I play a game when it's good. When it has no content, I go somewhere else. I'll come back in 5 weeks to visit. That's how I play my life. I think these people who have loyalty and stay in one game forever, even when they're bored, you're fucking cringe. I don't give a fuck. Hey man, listen, I love Mr. Pokey. Love the guy. Love the guy. Okay? There's no fucking way you like Zero Cycles that much. There's just no fucking way. Okay? That shit's boring. That shit is fucking boring. It's the same thing with fucking Zeox, who chills in the spiral abyss 1 billion times a day. Hell no. Fuck that. Okay? When the game has no content, I'm booting up Path of Exile. When the game has no content, I'm booting up League of Legends. When the game has no content, I'm booting up Helldivers. Fuck it. I'll boot up WuWa. I'll boot up HSR. I'll boot up fucking Genshin Impact. I'll boot up Zenless Zone Zero. If all these other games don't have content, I'm not there. I'm not doing this shit where I'm making content for these games anymore. You want to know why? Because if these games want me to fucking play it, they'll give me something to do. I'm not here to make content for them. And yes, I did mention Mr. Pokey that way just so he'll react to my video because I'm trying to gauge his comments on his channel. You know, gonna try to see how many people just saw that and said, fuck Tectone, I always knew he was after Mr. Pokey. Been having a really fun time with that shit. Regardless, yo, what up, Mr. Pokey? Make sure to go like, comment, and subscribe to his YouTube channel. When you are, and I'm gonna give you an analogy, a real ass bitch in a fake ass world, you are going to get shit on. I want you to think about every single time St Tonas has gone off for someone for doing something fine or reasonable. And then I want you to think about how many times he's gone off for people for lying, spreading misinformation, and generally just giving shit opinions. And the answer will be quite a fucking lot. Let's be real. There was a content creator called Vars. He said the content was a fucking joke. He said that certain characters couldn't support other characters in the fucking game and spread so much misinformation in one fucking video, it made him want to fucking puke. He corrected a controversial video. If you make a controversial video, you are open up to controversial content and controversial reacts. It is the fucking truth. Brax got upset because Brax's issue is he's too good of a guy, and when he sees his friend under fire, he's going to defend him no matter what, and he turns his blinds on to what is right and what is wrong. Okay? Brax said that the game is steamrollable by anybody's. I said prove it. He goes in, he falls on his fucking face. And that's fine. It doesn't matter. But the problem is there's too many people in this space talking about WuWa like they know shit. There is too many people who only play that game when they're sponsored that act like they're WuWa's #1 player. There are people who go in there who haven't even 100%ed like 3 of the main areas. And they act like they play it every day. And I'll be real, guys, it's the same shit with ZZZ. So many people want to talk about how ZZZ is shit, how ZZZ is flawed, how Wuthering Waves is shit, how Wuthering Waves is flawed. None of these motherfuckers know this shit. And you want me to tell you why that is? Because the fucking company sponsored so many of these fake dumb fucks that are just going to flake back to Genshin the moment they get their fucking bag and say, oh, dude, I never liked that game. It was so bad. Hee hee, Paimon. Because it pays their fucking bills. You know I'm right. So many of these other people go back to their main games because that's where they get viewership, and they shit talk any other game where they fucking can't handle it. The amount of misinformation put out on Wuthering Waves is fucking ridiculous. Here's something that you need to acknowledge. And if you don't, you are disingenuous, you are a liar, or you lack the ability to make a critical opinion. Zenless Zone Zero and Wuthering Waves have the best combat in all of Gacha games, out of the big ones. Zenless Zone Zero and Wuthering Waves have the best storytelling in Gacha games. Zenless Zone Zero, objectively, has the best rigged and designed characters in all of Gacha because these characters can emote and animate like nobody else. It's the truth. Just wait until Arknight's Enfield. That's going to be fucking crazy. Wuthering Waves has the best exploration out of any of the big Gacha games, and it is not even close. It is not even fucking close. We may see a contender with Infinity Nikki, which I will be playing later today, unsponsored, to actually give you guys my real opinion. You can't get upset at St Tonas when he goes off on people spreading blatant misinformation about a game that he likes. There is too many fucking posers in this Gacha space who want to talk shit about things they don't fucking know. So if you don't know shit, then stop pretending that you know shit. And before you say, oh my God, what, I'm not allowed to have an opinion? You're allowed to have an opinion. But when it's rooted in fallacy, when it's rooted in misinformation, don't be surprised when somebody says, this guy's wrong. Does the guy have an ego? Yes. Is the guy a dickhead? Yes. Is the guy an asshole? Absolutely. The way he goes through things is the same way I went through things in 2020. But we're sitting here acting like everything that he's doing is completely unreasonable and everything that this guy is doing is a fucking problem, when in reality, if you were just to see things from his perspective, and I mean this without exaggeration, guys, this guy is an ant compared to the size of my channel. I don't gain any points from dick sucking this guy. I don't get any points from glazing this guy. I'm doing this shit because it's the right thing to do, and I really hate seeing how many people are dogpiling this guy over nothing. Now, if you want to go after the guy because you don't like the way he says things, sure. But you can't go after the guy for the things that he says because what he's saying isn't really that wrong. Now, I see the big one where he says, oh, Techie, do you really think that he should be telling people to quit the fucking game if they're not good? Brother, do you know how many people I've told to kill themselves because they were bad at League of Legends? Are we really that sensitive? Are we really that sensitive in 2024 that we're gonna get upset at a little insult? Bro legit only said, if you're bad, quit. Oh my God. Oh, he said that? I don't want to see any of these motherfuckers who play League or MMOs act like it was the first time anybody said something like this. Don't get me wrong, when this guy fucks up, I'll be the first person there to shit on him. Okay, because it's like I'm having to take care of a rabid dog at this point. He's a rabid, misunderstood dog, right? But I'm doing this to pay penitence for who I was in 2020. How I wish that I had someone to take care of me when I was going after people a little bit harder than I was. But the thing is, St Tonas has a horrible habit of saying the truth in the way that nobody wants to hear it. You can say I'm doing this shit because I want to be nice to this guy. I don't know why the fuck you'd say that, but there's one thing that you guys cannot deny, and this is proof by the Gacha cast. I will even invite people that I fucking hate onto the Gacha cast and talk to them. I will invite people that I fucking hate onto my game shows because I believe in equal opportunity to all. If Ziox, Asian Guy, Zajev, and Viosity were to want to come talk and be on the Gacha cast or be on one of my game shows at any time, you bet your ass they would be there. Because above all, there's things that I put over everything. It's not content, okay? It's not friendship, it's having fun. And I know for the viewers, that would be fun. And I know for me, it would be fucking fun. So just understand his perspective. Before we paint out St Tonas as Adolf Hitler, how about we just call him a dickhead who's far too prideful for his own good? But is that really that big of a deal? Me personally, I don't think so. So if you want him to stop having problems with other content creators, tell these other content creators to stop blatantly putting out misinformation and talking about shit they don't know what they're talking about. Now, that's not everybody, but that sure is a lot of them. See y'all later.